Alright, we're going to jump right into this. I'm the man of flesh. I'm probably going to change that name, but I'm the man of flesh, and this is the casual perspective, and today we're going to be talking about the worst movie I've seen in a good long while. Truly the worst. We're going to be talking about The Flash, and we're going to be talking about why I think this movie is one of the worst, if not the worst superhero movie ever made. I don't know if I can give it that category because all the other real dog shit ones I haven't stuck my neck out to see. I went and watched The Flash about a week ago. My friend really liked it, so when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It was okay. Yeah. So if you're watching this, I don't think he watches this channel, but if you're watching this, it's not good, and I'm really sorry that I lied to you, but I had to. You really liked it, and that's okay. I didn't. We're going to start with the opening bit to be like, hey, Ezra Miller's in that. They're bad. They're a bad person. Ezra Miller isn't good. I understand why they had to keep using them. I get that. I do. Moving on. Alright, Ezra Miller's shit. Second, CGI. We all know it's bad. A bad CGI doesn't make a bad film. I'm thinking off the top of my head, I watched that monster movie with the bad CGI monster. That movie was good. I watched it the whole way through. I can't remember the name. There it is. Whoa! Really good movie. You should check it out. That movie's called The Host. Check it out. So bad CGI doesn't make a film bad. In this case, it just makes a bad film worse. So let me briefly mention that there is a bit of burnout on superhero films in general, but in saying that, there have been really good superhero films, and there's been a bit of a burnout on the multiverse idea, but there's also been really good multiverse films. I'm fucking pointing at it Across the Spider-Verse. Hey, Across the Spider-Verse, you're what everyone should strive to be. You cheeky animated devil, you. And then we've also got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which was a banger. But The Flash is like DC going, oh shit, and they do this a lot. DC loves to do this. They fucking love doing this. They come on in, and they're like, hey, Marvel's doing this cool thing. Let's speed run and do the things before they get a chance to do them. Which is fine if you do it well. So in comes DC. They see that Marvel's brewing this multiverse on the horizon, and they're building it up, and they're building it up in pretty shit ways. Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, and they're building it up in these pretty shit ways, but they're building it up. The Loki series was good, but they're building it up, and then DC's like, fuck, shit. We're not doing fucking the multiverse yet. We have to jump in. We got to do it first. The obvious original plot of the Flash movie was time-based stuff. You want to know why it was time-based stuff? Because Endgame did time-based stuff. I'm keeping the camera crooked. The Endgame did time-based stuff, and so of course the Flash has to be. And then multiverse stuff happened, and they were like, we gotta catch up. And so they called, just for one scene, but then it changes fucking everything. They call Flash fucking with the timeline. They call it multiverse. The spaghetti analogy in the film, where they throw down fucking spaghetti. They're like, multiverse spaghetti. I'm looking at the waveforms of the computer. They are fucked. I am so sorry. When I was watching it, I'm like, when the fuck did the multiverse become part of this? Where the fuck did the multiverse come from? It just shouldn't be there. Multiverse stuff's getting annoying a little bit, okay? A little bit. Alright? Now, let's talk about the film itself and why I really, really don't like it, and why I think DC needs to up their fucking game. So, in a Marvel movie, they do a lot of bogus science. In a lot of sci-fi and fantasy, they do a lot of bogus science. And that's fine. Truly. I'm not pedantic about it. You can throw a billion fucking movies at me where the fucking science doesn't make sense, but at least do your best to explain it. Good example being Endgame, where there's a lot of plot holes in this, don't get me wrong, but they travel into the past. with all of Iron Man's shitty tech, with Ant-Man's help. They travel into the past, but it's like, oh, this isn't our past. This is a alternate timeline's past. That's why it's not affecting the future. That's good. Great explanation. It does add a few plot holes. That's fine though. We like this. Flash, on the other hand, goes, oh, I can travel back in time. I can travel back in time. Travels back in time. Tomato sauce. Puts tomato sauce in, and it saves his mum. Let's go. Epic. That's good. Perfect. Oh, you know what it does? So he puts tomato sauce in trolley. Tomato sauce in trolley. He puts it there, and you know what happens? He changes the past of the trolley incident. So he puts the tomato sauce in the trolley, which changes the future. Yeah? Oh, but he also changed Batman. Batman, different guy. Older. He is older than he was before. They change his age with a tin of tomatoes. How do you know how they explain it? The fucking spaghetti analogy! That they don't explain the science, okay? Their science makes no sense, and they don't even try to explain it. They just say, when you go back in time, you create a second timeline. This one's completely different. I can't tell you why. And not only that, at the end of the film, they keep jumping back in time, right? Where's the changed past there? Huh? He did it fucking apparently 1 billion times, became a man made of shrapnel, and now the timeline's fine. The timeline's exactly the same as it was before he did that. But the fucking tin of tomatoes! An issue I have on top of this badly explained sci-fi is the fact that stuff in the movie just happens. There is no reason that it just happens. The first part, we're in the cinema, I turned to my friend thinking he would not like it, but he fucking liked it, is when the Flash goes to his home. He goes to his original home and he's like, oh, and he has all this tragic memory. And then he's like, I gotta run from the situation. And he runs. Yeah? He's running. He runs faster than light because he's not even sad though. He runs faster than light and he time travels. And why does he run like that? But not only does he run like that, he finds out he can stick his head through the holes when it's convenient. Because when it's not convenient, he can't stick his head through the hole, but he can when it's convenient. And he has a gander at the past, and he's like, what? Oh, I can change the past. Whoa. And he's not even sad about it. It just happened, okay? It just happened. He just goes, oh, I can run at the speed of light now. And then the next scene just happens. And then the next scene, so Batman goes, go back in time, but you can do barely anything. Even crushing a single extra blade of grass could be the end of the future. Good point, Batman. I'm going to move an object that didn't exist in my timeline because that's the smallest change I can make. And I know that's the point of the thing, but a man that's a scientist, a fucking scientist, doesn't conceive that if a blade of grass can change the past, a object that didn't exist in one point in time now exists in a new point in time. He can't conceive that would be as detrimental. Are you stupid, Mr. Flash? But he's not stupid, and they try to make him so smart. They try to make him the good doctor. I have autism smart, but he's a fucking moron! I think this movie is shit. I heard people genuinely tell me, if you can look past the CGI, the plot's good. The plot is nothing. The last little bit I'm going to talk about when it comes to the things just happening is when he's in the timeline world and the younger version of him, the dumb version, is running around and keeps attempting to change the past, which I thought was decently cool. He kept doing that. Where the fuck do those timeline planets just come from? There are planets in this area that have like a film reel around it showing what the future could be, and they are colliding with this little weird platform he's standing on. What the fuck is that? What is that? There is no explanation for that, and they just gloss over it. They're like, duh, look, there's the Nick Cage Superman. That's another thing. That's another thing. You have all these famous faces of Superman, which is fucked up, by the way, because they are dead. You have all these famous faces of Superman, and the one they decide to hold on, Nicolas Cage, the one that didn't exist, and they play it seriously almost, where it's like where the first time you see him, he's fighting this weird scorpion creature, and you're like, that's kind of funny, and then it's like the hopeful look of Nicolas Cage. Why that Superman? You're gonna stoop so low to bring the dead back to life. At least use one of their faces for the big cinematic moment. The movie's bad. I recommend you don't see it. I'm gonna give it probably a 3 out of 10 because there's parts that made me have a little interior giggle, and there were parts where I was like, that's a pretty cool fight scene. And also all to all the people going, oh, the Batman fight scenes are cool. They're not. The Batman fight scenes are CGI garbage. Watch the Batman movie or the Dark Knight series if you want good Batman fight scenes. Fuck it. Play the Arkham games. Who the fuck are you? Oh, the Batman scenes are cool. Maybe 1 or 2 shots of it. Yeah, they were pretty neato.